Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes offense will have the football first. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
He's got it. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Makes the catch. It's Roberts. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Tavian St. Clair. Got it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. They've methodically worked their way down the field. The 11th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Making the adjustment on the play. 4th down, St. Clair. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Rushes on. Got his man. He's pushed out of bounds at the 13 and gives this offense a little room to work.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Running inside. It's Ives. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a first down, and his defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. Fresh center downs going to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And they scoop it up in the end zone.
Well, it's a great job by the defense forcing the fumble. They were hoping they'd jump on it for a touchdown. The offense got there first. But it's a safety and a great play defensively.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They go play action with St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Gives it.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on a diving catch along the left side.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
2nd and long here. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing St. Clair. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead.
And down he goes back at the 3. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. First play of this drive. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. Makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Back's got it on the screen. No siree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football.
Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. St. Clair. Quick completion on the out route. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Got the first down. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. Plows his way ahead. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And I think one thing people don't take into account.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. St. Clair to throw for it on 4th. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's more. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Got an alley. Turning it on. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run. They've moved it to the 19. 1st and 10. Tough run here. It's Cross. After a 2-yard gain, ball is at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Tavian St. Clair. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Rush right in his face. Gets rid of it.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's eyes. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run him again. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Left side, it's Mills. There he goes. The 20, 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. St. Clair. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Unleashes it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. Some misdirection with the counter.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under pressure. He gets away. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. St. Clair throws for the tight end. Couldn't set his feet.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Right on his numbers on the slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Again, it's St. Clair. Look out. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Nelson. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second down, gonna throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Nelson. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Fair catch, called for and made. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Tavian St. Clair makes the catch. It's Smith. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Moves the pocket. It's St. Clair. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 8 team, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Fires left. That's reeled in. It's Mills. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The ball is out behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Making the adjustment. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing St. Clair. And it's picked off for the third time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. With the catch, it's Mills. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Right side, it's Mills. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Huskers send out the punt unit. Pulls it in at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. St. Clair. Here comes the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now on third down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Smashes through the tackle. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Wants to throw on first. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. And the Huskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. 3rd and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Quick give, it's Nelson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Cornhuskers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to surge it in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. The snap sets up the throw. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch, whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body.
Caught, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the 2nd level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
That's a great job getting the 1st down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the 1st round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. And the Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Tavian St. Clair. Left side, it's Moore. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they draw to within 3 here in the 4th quarter.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, I can see developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State. They move on top here in the fourth.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on second and short. Keeps it on the bootleg. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Out wide right, it's Mills. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun. Pickup of 5. It's now second and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Back to pass on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Nelson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Play action on first down. Oh, it's a fumble. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Second down, gonna throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. On the ground, trying, and the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third and long coming up. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing St. Clair. Finds his big tight end. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Enough to move the chains. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. St. Clair. The quick out. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
He'll be dragged down, but not before he's put the finishing touches on a win for his team. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. Trying to run, it's Jackson. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Wide receiver going in motion. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They're just trying to rub it in. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. 4th down, St. Clair. Right side, it's Wilson. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams.